What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. We officially have the announcement for the December 2019 Community Day. On the surface, it may appear that the focus is going to be on those 2019 specific Community Day Pokemon, but once we unpeeled this whole event, we realized that 2018 Pokemon are going to hold just as much importance as 2019 Pokemon. I uploaded a video recently hypothesizing that we would be able to evolve our last year versions of those Community Day Pokemon, and that ended up being true. So because we have kind of a complicated event, I thought it would make a lot of sense to go ahead and establish a prep guide for the 2019 December Community Day. So if you do enjoy this video, if it is helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Let's go ahead and talk about the event itself, break down the different timing mechanics, and then of course develop a strategy. So this event is going to be on December 14th and on December 15th, but specifically from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Do not be that person who ends up evolving a Pokemon thinking they are going to get an exclusive move at 8 a.m. or 11 p.m. It will not work. Do not risk it. In this case, it is from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. on both of those days. So within this event, there's also going to be a bonus time window from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m., which is going to act exactly how a normal Community Day will happen, except it's going to be for 2 days, on Saturday and then of course on Sunday. And as far as the bonuses are concerned, we will have 2 times Catch Stardust, we have 2 times Catch XP, and then 1/2 Egg Hatching Distance. So I'm personally very excited about that 2 times Catch Stardust, and I'm going to treat Saturday and Sunday like a normal Community Day. Make sure I get out there for those 3 hours, weather dependent, and get that 2 times Catch Stardust. And I'm going to go ahead and clear out my research stack and just try to get as much Stardust as I possibly can. I would recommend you to do the same. So I ended up finding a really cool graphic on Reddit that I honestly think encapsulates this very well. So let's talk about Pokemon that are going to be spawning in the wild first. It's actually going to be all of the 2019 Pokemon that will be spawning in the wild for both of those days from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. Not necessarily one over the other, they are all going to be spawning considerably equally. But what will happen from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Saturday is that the first 6 community days of the year are going to be a boosted spawn rate in that case. So it's going to highlight these 6 Pokemon on Saturday. Then on Sunday, it's going to be the exact same thing for these 5 Pokemon, where they are going to be highlighted. In this case, they're going to get those boosted spawns from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. But just remember, all of them are going to be showing up throughout the entire event. So just kind of be on the lookout if you're looking for one in particular. And for those of you wondering what Pokemon I'm going to recommend you focusing on, do not worry about it. We are definitely going to cover that. So now let's focus a little bit more on the 2018 Community Day Pokemon. You are going to be able to obtain these Pokemon in 2 different fundamental ways. Number 1, it is going to come from 2-kilometer eggs, and just like what we saw with the 2019 Pokemon, it is going to focus on the first 6 that we saw in 2018, and then the final 5 that we saw in 2018, of course, on Sunday. So you are going to get a boosted rate on those 2-kilometer eggs to kind of feed into these different Pokemon. So that's honestly a great way to obtain some candy. That's the way I would look at it. They are going to, of course, be all level 20, so just kind of keep that in mind. It could be a lot of Stardust to end up powering up those Pokemon to a decent level. I personally just see it as a candy opportunity. But regardless of that, we also have one more opportunity to kind of see these Pokemon, and that's going to be from raids, where you're going to see these Pokemon boosted in raids, probably going to be like 1-star raids or something like that is what I would guess, where you will see these Pokemon, and once again, it's another way to get yourself a chance to build up that candy, and then also get yourself a shiny variant out of it. That's the way I would look at it. But there is going to be a secondary or a third bonus to all of this that is not listed here, that a lot of people are not talking about. And that is the simple fact that if you have been smart enough to collect all of your Pokemon in the past, you will be able to evolve them from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. during these 2 days, and you can get yourself that exclusive move. I myself have held on to a Metang that's a 100% IV for the longest period of time, and because I was patient, I am going to evolve it on the December 2019 Community Day, so just keep that in mind. I think that that is going to be the most important thing. Hold on to these Pokemon if you end up running across some new ones, and if you have some old ones, make sure that you wait until December 14th through December 15th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then evolve it. For those out there asking what Pokemon would I specifically focus on throughout this event, let's go ahead and focus on the 2019 since they will actually be spawning in the wild. As far as those Pokemon are concerned, I'm going to go ahead and check them off, the ones that I think are going to be like the most relevant ones to go ahead and get. Now, I've left off a couple of these because, for example, their community days movesets don't exactly help them. So, like, for example, with Mamoswine, yeah, it gets Ancient Power, but its best moveset is going to be a double Ice moveset. So I don't want to end up evolving it during that time and then have to get a TM back over to the Ice moveset. And then the same thing is going to happen with Gardevoir as well, where it ends up acting better as a fairy type attacker in that case. So I am not going to end up focusing on those Pokemon. And then when we move over to 2018, I'm just hoping that you have these Pokemon, but if you are wanting to focus on them from like egg perspective, hey, it's random, so we can't really control that, but then also raids, the ones that I would highlight the most are probably going to be, I would say this group would be good. I mean, to be honest, there's really not that many that are bad. And then for Eevee specifically, maybe try to go ahead and get yourself a Glaceon and a Leafeon. That way they would have Last Resort. That is going to be rare. Maybe not a lot of people are going to think about it. I also want to get an Umbreon for that as well. So you can go ahead and kind of pre-walk your Eevees and then go ahead and do that. So I'm personally going to go ahead and focus on that. But regardless of all of that, hopefully that kind of like gives you an idea of what you want to focus on. I'm so excited about Larvitar. And like I said, if you are short on candy for those 2018 Pokemon but desperately want one, try to hatch as many eggs as possible. Try to get out there and do some raids. Enjoy the times you have with this community day because it's definitely going to be an amazing one. Anyways, that just about wraps up the video. Let me know what you think about these Pokemon in the comment section below. What are you going to focus on from the 2019 Pokemon? What do you have from 2018 that you're excited about evolving during this window? Anything and everything, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. If you want to develop a deeper connection, I would highly recommend you to check out Patreon. We've got a lot of really cool things going on over there. Check out all of these supporters that we have. We are almost up to 100. We are also posting some special content, some behind the scenes work. And if that is the type of thing that interests you, I would highly recommend you to check it out.